It's not just cricket where female athletes have had to put up with wearing male kit.
We spoke to a pair of England legends with 266 caps between them who had similar experiences growing up in their sports.
Rugby's incredible. It's a game for all shapes and sizes, but then the kit was just one size, so it was either too big, too small, or if you were lucky, the very small few, it fitted perfectly. I remember back in the day where we'd have these shorts and they were just so gaping, not fitted in any way, like around a female's hips.
I didn't probably think about it at the time because I was just, you know, you want to go out there, you want to play football, but then when you put the kit on, you kind of feel a little bit uncomfortable because my first kit was like an extra large men's kit. So I'm definitely not an extra large man. I think probably within the changing room environment or within the team, you were probably like, oh my God, look at me. I'm like, this is way too big. And you felt a bit silly, but you would have never have sort of made a stance that this is wrong and we need change. You didn't really have the power to do that. I don't think there was enough about women's football in terms of the education, the funding, the backing, the support. You were kind of like, well, there's actually probably bigger problems that we've got to solve. At that time, you were probably grateful for what you got, where now football's moved on so much, the players understand their power within the game and they won't accept being given an extra large men's kit or even a men's kit. You know, it's about having a kit that you feel good in, you look good in, and ultimately you can go and perform.
I remember this one time I was playing for England Academy and some of the boys' kit that had been passed down. I put this shirt on and I was a big girl and it looked like a crop top. I looked awful. I looked like a napkin around an orange. I remember a number of times pulling my shirt down because I didn't want my belly coming out, things like that. I was so concerned about how I looked and felt really uncomfortable and paranoid and not confident. That took me off my game.
Let's like go through everything that you're wearing. Talk me through socks, shin pads. What about boots?
Ultimately, you want a sock to fit you because then the boot fits better. So if the sock is 2 sizes too big or, you know, it's just not the right size, yes, the ankle bit is in the wrong place, but then that means that it's slipping as well. So you're more likely to maybe get blisters or something like that. When I first started playing football, like grassroots, and you just remember the ankle pads and then coming up to the shin pad and like, again, it being too big. So instead of it stopping, you know, shin, it was coming higher and then obviously it was a bit awkward to run. I think I felt lucky enough in my career that I had a boot sponsor and they were actually really, really comfortable. So I never really had a problem with boots, but I'd say the inner sole, the most important part of the boot, was always designed for my foot, which other players, they didn't have that. So to have something that is designed and made especially for your foot is obviously much more important.
When you saw your period was coming up and it would coincide with the game, you'd be anxious about it before. There are times that I've had accidents and I remember trying to jump in a muddy puddle and I've seen a number of girls that have had accidents as well, and it does take you off your game. That just thinking, oh no, I don't want to be in that vulnerable position, say in a jackal where you're bent right over in the scrum, you're quite exposed. I think that's a massive point moving forward.